What is up, my peeps? Joshua Smith here with another weekly episode of Leveling Up. Real quick before we jump in, I want to give our sponsors a quick plug that make this possible. www.perfectstormnow.com, front-end lead generation software. And I was just in Seattle, Washington, speaking to one of my Perfect Storm clients up there, and within less than a month, this dude's already got 4 deals under contract. From generating free leads through the tactics that we teach on the channel. Apologize, you guys. I've been got this little cough, this little deal I can't kick. I'll kick it soon though. But I know it's kind of annoying listening to it. So anyway. Within 30 days, he got a call from one of the big distributors, one of the big third parties that tries to sell all of us these leads, and they're trying to sell him this program for $1,200 a month. He's like, why the hell I pay $1,200 a month where I can do this on my own for $99 a month and generate way more business and way more opportunities than you can for that $1,200, right? So if you do not have a very effective front-end lead generation website where you can go out there and generate your own massive amounts of business, go check us out, www.perfectstormnow.com. Next is our 90-day mastery bootcamp. Next one starts April 6th. This is your opportunity to really be apprenticed and mentored by me for 90 days. You can call it a coaching platform if you want. I really treat it as a mentorship. It's a 90-day mentorship where I'm going through and showing you everything that I've learned in my 11 years, 5,000 home sales, and all the experiences that I've been through over 90 days, 3 hours every single week, 2 hours of live coaching, 1 hour of Q&A, plus you have daily access to me in the private mastermind. You get access to everything in my business. We go through all my scripts, all my messaging, all my systems, anything and everything, my listing presentations, buyer presentations, everything that I've done and do and continue to do in my business, my actual playbook, which will ensure that you're able to go out there and kick massive ass in your real estate business, you guys get access to. We spend 90 days together building out your playbook, giving you the information, the skills necessary to go trump your business and accomplish what you want to accomplish. So check us out there, 90daymasterybootcamp.com. Make sure you use promo code Live Mastery, all caps, all one word, all together, LIVEMASTERY. Okay, so let's jump on into the content for today. So today, you guys, on Leveling Up, I want to talk to you about, a couple things. The main thing I want to talk to you about, though, today is patience. And I get it, man. It's so tough. And so many of us that become entrepreneurs, we're drivers, we're impatient as hell. We want results. We want results now. Every time that the business world's almost broken me. And there's been several times, right? People always see the successes that people have, but they don't always see those low, dark moments, right? But those low, dark moments that I've experienced in my life, and there's been numerous of them, have all been because I got impatient, because I was trying to run sprints, not recognizing and realizing that we're in the world of running marathons. Like, we need to be focused on running marathons. Here's the deal. Everybody's running sprints today. That's why we see that's such a high failure rate in all aspects of business. Within business, 80% of all entrepreneurs fail in the first 5 years, right? But then you're 5 to 10 of that 20% that make it, 80% of those drop out before they reach year 10. It's because, again, they're being impatient. They're running sprints. There's a lot of other reasons that factor into that, but that's one of the big reasons. There is no such thing as immediate success, dude. Like, you've just got to go in there and grind and grind and grind. The only magic pill, you guys, is consistency. So a prime example of this is my YouTube channel. So I had my YouTube channel for years, but I got really intentional with it about 2 years ago. And I started putting out daily content, and I'm getting nothing, dude. I'm hearing crickets. I'm putting out content every day, and I'm getting like 10 views, 13 views. I remember like the first day I got 100 views. I was like, holy shit, right? Like nothing's going on, man. Months and months and months of this, but understanding that I know I'm in this to run a marathon here, having faith that it's eventually going to pay off, right? And then we just kept getting content out there. One video that, took years to build up traction. And right now, every single month is getting 10,000 views every single month plus. And that thing's like 2 or 3 years old, right? I think now we're close to 70,000 views on one video. That took years to pick up any traction and even get noticed. So now in one single day, I get more views than I did when I started my channel 2 years ago. And it wasn't like it was just gradual. People think that this growth is just gradual. No, it was like this, dude. And then it just started taking off. That consistency is so critical, you guys. We get clarity on who we want to become, right? So I've got exact clarity on what I want for my life, what I want to become. I identify people that have accomplishing that in this world. I make sure I study them and look at them, but I understand that it's not going to be overnight, dude. I'm not trying to be them tomorrow. I'm just spending that time every single day, taking those action steps, getting a little bit better, being consistent every single day, running my marathon, because this is a long-term race, dude. Really, it's a race with no finish line. At least for me, right? Because retirement's something that isn't within my vocabulary. The finish line for me is the day that I expire. So I don't have a finish line. So I've got to prep myself to go out there and run marathons. But again, the cool thing is, dude, is everybody's running sprints. So I get asked all the time, like, dude, Josh, aren't you worried about this marketing technique you're doing? Like, let's just say, for example, my real estate business. Because I'm out there always talking about it, coaching and teaching people about the stuff that I'm doing. I mean, you guys see me, I'm a pretty transparent cat with everything that I do. But I'm never concerned about it because people do. I see them coming in all the time. They'll hit it hard for 60 days and realize, man, this isn't working. Right? They go out there, they go out there and try to generate all these internet leads. And after 60 days, they're generating a lot of internet leads, but they're like, this isn't working. Dude, you've been at it 60 days, right? Give it 6 months, give it a year. Like, understand that it's that consistency that's going to pay off long term. So like I said, I had a couple things I want to talk to you about today. So number one, we must learn to run marathons. Like, get over this whole damn overnight success. Like, I know that you want it right now, but it's just not the reality of it. It maybe for some of you, but for the vast majority of you guys, I know sure as shit for me, it's never been immediate. Now I'll get people all the time, and I get this like every single day. I'll get somebody who reaches out to me like, holy shit, man, you just came out of nowhere. Dude, I didn't know who you were. Now you just came out of nowhere. I'm like, dude, 11 years of working 100-hour work weeks. If you want to call that coming out of nowhere, cool, then call it that, dude. But it's not out of nowhere, right? I've been at this since I was 23 years old, grinding 100 hours a week. And now when people are starting to see me in the public speaking circuit and stuff, I'm like, dude, I've been for 3 years jumping on airplanes on my own dime, for free, paying for my own airline, paying for my own hotel, flying all over the place, speaking to people. And they're not all big audiences, man. I mean, I've flown across the country to go speak to 25 agents, right? But I just knew if I could just plant little seeds here and here and here and here and here and here and here, eventually, dude, there's just really that tipping point where things start to take off, right? So learn to run marathons, you guys. Quit trying to run sprints. It's a marathon. Set yourself up for that. Understand that. And if you're not committed to the long haul, I would just say don't get in the damn game because you're not going to last anyway, right? Just save your time, money, frustration, and the tears and all that shit. The second thing I want to talk to you about is when we get clarity on who we want to become, what should our focus be? So like I've got a couple guys that I like to consider mentors, even though I don't like hang out with them. I don't really know them very well, but I really look up to what they've accomplished. They've accomplished a lot of what I'm trying to accomplish for my lives. So I study them very heavily, and I'm very, very intentional about who I study. I don't study a lot of people. I hear all these people reading all these books, and I read a lot of books, but I read a lot of books. I'll read like one book like 15 times. Like I'll read a book and I'll immerse myself in that book till I've mastered that book. But I don't want to go out there and read 500 authors. Like I want to identify, okay, who's created what I want to create, and let me study them on a hardcore level, right? So a good example of that's Ryan Blair with Visalis. He's the owner of Visalis. I mean, this dude by the time he's 30 years old created like 6 or 7 multi-million-dollar companies by the time he was 30. He's got a brilliant book out there, Nothing to Lose, Everything to Gain. Highly recommend that you guys go check it out. But I'm reading his book, and I've read his book at least a half a dozen times. I've read every article that he writes, right, dude? I've watched every YouTube video he's ever put out there, every speech I can of him. I go out there and immerse myself in everything that he's doing so I can hopefully adopt his habits and his style. So I'm not focused, even though maybe I want to create some of the results that he's created, I'm not focused on trying to create those right now. What is my day-to-day focus? My focus is adopting those same habits that he's adopting. Like you have to learn to adopt those habits and those disciplines of the uber successful before you can become uber successful. Like if you want to become a millionaire, you have to adopt the habits of self-made millionaires way before it ever comes. And that's the hard part, is because everybody, and this comes down to the sprints and not marathons, everybody wants, oh man, I want to be a liquid millionaire overnight. Okay, well, sorry, dude. Like you still got a minimum age work ethic. Like it just doesn't happen that way, right? Like we have to adopt those disciplines, and it may be years before we see the payoff. But then people get impatient. They're running sprints. They get burnt out. They stop it. So my only focus every single day, and I've had to learn this the hard way, you guys, but is just adopting the right habits. Like I'm never focused on trying to get more YouTube followers than the mentor I want to become, or whatever other people are focused on. I'm really not sure what everybody focuses on. All I'm focused on is being the best, most disciplined person I can be, adopting those habits, and adopting those disciplines and those daily habits that those people have. So like for me in my life, one of my goals, or my big financial goals, is to become a liquid billionaire, right? So I have to then, even though I'm far from that, right? Not even close to that. But I know I have 100% confidence and faith that if today, because I'm in this for the long haul, dude, it might take me till I'm 93 years old to hit that, right? So it might take me 60 years to get there. But I know if I adopt the right disciplines and the right habits today and just focus on those hardcore and endure that pain and that discipline that nobody else is willing to do, that eventually I will hit it. So that becomes my goal, my focus every single day, is developing the habits and the disciplines of those that I aspire to be like. I'm not trying to be them today. I'm just trying to adopt the same disciplines and habits today. I know if I do that, eventually I will become them, right? I will become a peer of theirs. And that's what we need to really focus on, you guys. So quit trying to run sprints, go out there and run marathons, and then be focused on adopting the habits and the disciplines of those that you aspire to be like. Don't be comparing yourself to them right now. Don't be trying to be them right now. Just go out there and try to adopt those same disciplines and habits, and eventually you will become them. We are a result of our habits, period. That's it. So anyway, you guys, I hope you found this episode of Leveling Up good. Appreciate you spending this time with me. Keep kicking ass. Go dominate. We'll talk to you soon. Peace.